What is up, guys? This is Master Pokemon Andy here, and today I'm bringing you a battle, actually a roulette battle against Sofie, also known as Complexity 990. And I hope you guys like the little arrows that I have. It indicates me, my Pokemon, my team, and my opponent's team, which is fairly obvious since I do have an arrow pointing at them with words. So I hope you guys like that. It was just something I just thought of. It's not too great, but yeah, it's alright, I guess. So let's get into the battle. Okay, so she is going to lead off with the Mienshao that I picked her, and I'm going to lead off with my Ampharos. And since most Mienshaos are leads anyways, I was expecting to fake out, hoping to get the static, but unfortunately I do not get it. And I just went for the wild charge right there because I did want to get damage on this Mienshao, because that is my only stab move. So now she's going to U-turn out, and she still doesn't get the static hacks, which is kind of unfortunate, but it doesn't really play a big role in the long run. So she's going to switch out into Emolga, predicting my electric move so she can get the +1 in speed thanks to motor drive. And now I switch out into my Rhyperior, knowing that I can take absolutely any hit this Emolga has to throw at me. And I just predict the switch and go for the Stealth Rocks. And now she just switches out to her Politoed, and obviously I'm going to be predicting the water move, so I'm just going to switch out into my Blastoise. But unfortunately she goes for the Toxic and misses as I land mine, which is kind of unfortunate. But then again, she wanted to go for the Toxic again, but again she misses. So I'm just going to switch out into my Ampharos' Death Fodder basically because I didn't need it anymore. But she switches out into her Pikachu, which isn't too bad. And since this is my banded Ampharos, this will do some work, even though Pikachu is still frail as crap. She is going to go for the Outrage. I'm going to go for the Outrage, and she hits me with a Hidden Power Ice. So obviously that Pikachu is going to go down, and since I am locked into Outrage, I am going to hit this Conkeldurr hard because I am banded, like I said. And she just goes for the bulk up, probably hoping that I would get the 3-turn Outrage so she could start setting up some more. But right here, Ampharos isn't too necessary for me now. I don't really need this, so I'm just gonna leave it into die. I went for another Outrage again because that's like the only move I can go for, and she's just gonna go for a bulk up again. So right here I was just thinking I was gonna get swept, but now I remember that I do have my Conkeldurr, and maybe if I get a crit with a Drain Punch, maybe this thing will die. But I do go for the Drain Punch. At +2 it still does a lot, and she's just gonna go for another bulk up, and I'm just gonna go for another Drain Punch. So it's pretty much rinse and repeat right here. I was just praying for a crit because I did think that Conkeldurr was ready to sweep my team, and now she just goes for the, her own Drain Punch, which is gonna take me down to low red, actually 8 HP, and she is almost like like 3/4 health, and I was getting scared. So I just went for the Drain Punch again, just hoping for the crit, and she just gets greedy and sets up another bulk up, and that's pretty much the reason why I will take this Conkeldurr out next turn, in my opinion, because I do get off. I mean, she takes me out with a Mach Punch, and now I can send out my Victini, and I can hit this thing with a. This is my special Victini, so I can hit this thing with my special fire move, Fusion Flare, and that is going to be able to take out after she hits me with a +3 Mach Punch. And even though it's resisted, it's still going to do a good chunk because, like I said, it is Conkeldurr and it's +3. But yeah, now this Conkeldurr is out of my way because I did kill it off with a Fusion Flare. And in comes the Politoed, and I do hit it with a Charge Beam. And luckily I do get my +1, but unfortunately she does go for the obvious Surf and takes me out, which is pretty unfortunate because I did lose my Victini pretty early in the game. This is probably like mid-game right now, and that's pretty much sucks, but no worries, I still got something for this. So I switch out into my Nettler, which is my old Sharpedo. This isn't Game Shark, and this is a mixed version, I think. But yeah, I just went for the Crunch, and she switches out into her Emolga, probably wanted to save her Politoed. But now I do get that +1 in speed, and she switches out into Scrafty. And then obviously fearing the Drain Punch, I'm gonna switch out into my Blastoise just to get the poison on it, because now I probably think this thing is Moxie because that's what most are in Shed Skin anymore. But she does go for the bulk up, and I do go for the Toxic, which is pretty good because now I can whittle it down with Toxic damage. And she sets up a sub, which is, I'm glad I'm faster than the Scrafty because then my Toxic would have failed. But I do take out this sub with a Seismic Toss. This is my custom set named after 6 Foot Hacks. because I like him. So yeah, she just goes for another bulk up, and I'm just gonna keep going for S tosses because I do want to take this Crafty down, and that is my only attack on this Blastoise. But she does go for the Drain Punch, and judging by how much damage that does, I'm pretty scared because I know I can't live another one. But now I'm just gonna fodder off my Blastoise and just keep going for S tosses because I cannot let this thing have a sub. But oh yeah, I go for the Iron Defense here because this was my plan, because I knew I could live a Drain Punch if I was at +2, and after lefties I'm at 69 Troll. But after +2 I thought I can live. I mean after +4, because I do go for another Iron Defense, I really thought I could live a Drain Punch, but I guess not, because I do die. I was at +4. I think he was like at +3. I'm not sure. So, but whatever. At least toxic damage is gonna start racking up. And after he kills my Blastoise, he does get that Moxie Boots which confirms my suspicions. So now I'm gonna switch on to my Sharpedo and go for the Protect, because I do want Toxic to take him down low enough that I can kill him off with an Ice Fang or something along those lines. So after this Protect, I do take him out with the Ice Beam, which is actually pretty good, because if I didn't get that poison, that Toxic on this Crafty, I could have essentially got swept again by like that Congo Dirt. So now I see this Mienshao. I thought this thing was gonna go for the Fake Out, so I protected, but she just goes for the high jump kick, and I was so happy at that because I went for the Protect and then she missed. She lost half her HP and I took it out with a Hydro Pump. So she was like, I was on a Skype call with her, and then she was like, oh man, crap. And then she pretty much knew she lost right here, because Politoed is her last, I believe, or her second last, and I do take it out with the Crunch. Oh no, that was the last. So very good game, Sophie. I really hope to do it again sometime. Maybe we could do a Pokédex Roulette or something around those lines. But guys, question of the day, what do you guys want me to call you? I was thinking my apprentices, because you know, Master of Pokemon Andy, you guys be like my apprentices, you know, like master student. Tell me what you guys think, and take care.